Hello friends, and once again welcome to bispsolutions.com. My name is Amit Sharma, and today I'm going to show you how you can use file-based data integration example in planning. So data integration, you would have heard a lot about that, but today I'm going to show you one of the simple example of data load using flat file using data integration features under planning. So as of today, the data integration is only being supported by Planning Cloud. So couple of steps are same as what we did in the past using data management. So let's get started. In this example, I'm going to load data under my Vision application, and this is my simple data file. And I also created a smart view over here corresponding to this data file. So it means when you take a snapshot of it, let me take a print screen. The point of view I've chosen in my flat file and my smart view are exactly same so that we can test it. Okay, so this is my data file point of view. Now, when you compare them, uh, see this is going to be straightforward one-to-one mapping. The first column is your account dimension. These are all accounts, right? Which you see in my smart view under column 1. The second one is your entity, and the same I have chosen over here in a point of view. This is entity. The base data is HSP view. We enable sandbox, so we got a base data. This is what I've selected, and this is the name of my product, tablet computer. I've chosen a point of view, and these are the numbers. So number post data loading, you'll see the numbers over here. Right now it is empty, and these are the numbers to be loaded. The rest all I define in my header and category and period and year mapping. Okay, so let's get started. Step 1, you log into your planning application and open your data management. So I'm going to open my data management. The first few steps are continue to be same. You go to setup, configure your source application, source system, which is flat file. I already did that. So hit the add button, select your source, flat file, give some name. That's it. So source system is already registered. Therefore, I'm going to skip this step. Step number 2, target application. So I'm going to create a new target. In this case, my target application is a local planning application. It could have been your cloud application running on different instance, or you could load a dimension. But right now I'm loading data from my local planning instance. Click on local, give some name. So my source is a planning, and prefix it so that you can recognize. Application name is Vision, and give a prefix over here. So I call this Vision load, uh, flat file load underscore, so that we can differentiate flat file underscore Vision application. So my target application got registered. What all you like to bring from your source to the intermediate table, you can define mapping over here. So in this example, consider this as my file. The scenario to be defined as a category. So I'm going to skip this. HSP view is a dimension type as generic, and it is mapped to my column user defined 3. So HSP view product, which is also part of my data file, column number 4. HSP view product period and year would come from my period mapping, so I can skip this. Version is also, I'll make it I would make it hard coded. I mean, I already define it under my I'll define this as hard coded value. Okay, and during target mapping we already define it version as a working version. Okay, and then under entity, the entity is mapped with entity dimension. Under data column, data table column name, and account maps to account, right? So this is your target mapping. Hit the save button. Now we define import format. So I'm going to create new import format. So the name I would give it over here, flat file Vision, so that I can quickly differentiate this. Source is a file system, so I select file, reset file, and target is my Vision application, which is already configured. A data file format is delimited numeric data. See, it is delimited by comma. Therefore, we use delimited comma. And numeric data, it means all dimension member followed by data value, right? So rest of the missing dimension we define in the header, the same as we used to do it in as space in a free form loading. So you define dimension member followed by data value. Now what is what? Here you define under mapping, right? So what is what? First is your account dimension, which is at my column number 1. Column number 1 is account dimension. You can define intermediate expression as well, which I'll show you in next example. Amount is column number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the fifth column. Entity is column number 1, 2. That's an entity. HSP view, I like to hard code this. HSP view, as I mentioned in the previous step, the target application, base data. Alternatively, this is base data. Alternatively, because it is coming from source, you can give a value of it. So 1, 2, 3, it's a third column. Define third column. Product mapping. First, second, third, fourth column is my product. And version I make it hard coded. It's a working version. Okay. So in my source file, the version is not given, but in my point of view, I define version as a working version. So I hard code over here as working version. Okay, import format done. And then you create a location. And this location I would be referring under my integration. So click on add. So I would call flat file vision. Select your import format. Flat file vision application. Functional currency I limit it to USD. Target is my vision application and keep everything as default. Now your data management task is done. Rest all the activities I do in data integration. So open your data integration on the data exchange and you learn the interface. It's so simple and wizard based. At no point need to memorize anything. Create new integration, and the interface is self-explanatory. First I define generic information. So I call this flat file vision, right? Location I already created in data management. The same I am going to refer over here, flat file. And let me place this file under my inbox under vision application folder. Okay. So the file I already uploaded in the previous example, but you can simply upload it. Select your file. This is my data file, right? Click on upload section, point to the file and just upload the file. Because it was already uploaded, when I upload it again, it got overwritten. All right, so next step, we select the file. It's already done. Step second, you define your target. So in this example, I'm loading this data into plan 1. So category is current. Right now only one category register, current category. Okay. So in the data management, I did not use period and year. We are using all default period and year and categories. Save and continue. HSP data is only confined to base data. Okay. So as a wizard, demonstrate you general, map dimension, map members, and finally fourth option. So the dimension mapping is fairly straightforward. It's one-to-one mapping. Account maps to account, amount maps to amount, entity maps to entity, isn't it? Now, if you go one step back, okay, the dimension mapping, what you see it over here is a straightforward one-to-one. Okay. What I did not do it, the period mapping, I use a global period mapping, isn't it, which is defined by default. You could have explicitly defined a application mapping or source mapping, but I'm using a global mapping in this example. Okay, you could have defined an application mapping specific to the flat file vision. In this case, it is not required. And category mapping, which is your scenario. Right now, your scenario current only map to. You can create as many scenario you want. I can map to actual maps to actual, target is actual, and so on. Okay, so I keep it simple and only limited to uh, current scenario and working version. Fine. So next step, you save and continue, follow the wizard. Now we define member mapping, which is same as you used to do in data management. Under data management, you provide the member mapping. Under workflow, data load rule, to define member mapping. So the interface is different and more simple. Let's start mapping. So this is a straightforward simple mapping. I use a like mapping. What comes from source, the same goes to target. I use a wildcard character. Define the processing order. There's only one mapping I have for account. Then I define data mapping. Data mapping is this 1, 2, 3, fifth column. Okay, so this fifth column is on data mapping. And I say the like mapping, what it comes from source, the same goes to target. The same applies to entity. Entity is also like mapping. No complexity in this. I use wildcard character. What comes from source, the same goes to target. You could have done an explicit mapping, multi-column mapping. So same we do it in a subsequent examples. Now next is HSP view is a hard coded. So all the data, if you like to define, because from source we are getting only HSP view. You can hard code over here with the explicit mapping called base data. And finally, your product and version. Product is also like mapping, wildcard character. What comes from source, the same goes to target. Okay. Last thing, we do it for version. Version I'm going to hard code and make it as a working version. Okay. So I use explicit. What all come from source. Okay. Or you can define this like mapping as well. Okay, because in my case, whatever comes from source, I'm mapping with current. Current is my version, right? That's my version, current. Sorry, current is my scenario. Working is my version. Let me correct it. Working version. Okay. So this working version, that's fine. All mapping done, simple. Let's validate this mapping and save and continue. The member mapping is also done. System brings you to the last step. Select your source file. So select your source file. It is already in inbox folder under vision subfolder, revenue data, right? And category is current. There's only one category we have, and just now I added one more category called actual. Right now I'm loading for current. Cube, plan one, and keeping all option default. In order to make it simple, I save and continue. So first integration example is done. Now let's run it and test it. And before data load, there is no data, right? There's no data, isn't it? And after data load, you're supposed to have numbers over here. So this star mark appears. It says a new integration which hasn't executed yet. So let's run it now. Run, and I'll keep all option default. Import mode as replace, export mode as merge, but period I select October 2021, and this is my data file. Run it and wait for a few seconds. Data load, process number 40, integration done successfully. You can check the numbers in the flat file, right? So you see the numbers got loaded from your flat file, isn't it? They're exactly same numbers. You can compare 1 to 1. 47, the number got loaded. In order to make sure, because numbers are available, it means and our data integration done successfully, but still you can double check. You can check a log file or workbench. There you can see a one-to-one mapping. So this is one-to-one mapping. See what come from source, because we use wildcard character for account, for entity, version we hard coded. working version. Base data I hard coded at my source, and product was star to star, and the amount. So workbench also is same as you used to do it in your data management, data load workbench. Same option you see in data integration. And there you see the status turn out to be green, right? It entails the execution done successfully. And that's your final outcome, isn't it? So this is the first simple example of how data integration works in PBCS and planning and budgeting cloud. In my subsequent session, I'll show you more complex expression while you're performing data integration. So that's it for today. Should you have any question, please feel free to write to bispsolutions.com. Thank you.